to get the fact.
Mimi, I will tell you something. If Mr. Joseph Aloba is looking for justice for his son, those are the questions that his lawyers are supposed to be asking. And they are not.
Because it was after the nurse
they are not there to fight for justice for Mohbad. They are there to protect Joseph Aloba.
That how the doctor in the first hospital questioned and asked him what she gave, how they went to the second hospital. What did they do? We need to see the two doctors. They have to invite the two doctors.
Madam, let the police do their job. We are not police. None of us is police. Everybody are just looking for.
Yeah, but Amina, the lawyers are in a position.
So no need to bring in all this. Let us
lawyers are in a position.
What am I bringing that is not existing? This is not what happened in the last.
Nobody was there when Mohbad died.
No, Amina. The body.
Am I just telling a story? Do you listen to the inquest?
Mimi, hold on.
Mimi, please hold on, please.
The body was transferred from the house to the hospital, to two hospitals. It is up to Baba Mohbad's legal team fighting for his son to question the hospitals and the authorities in the hospital. It is not just, we don't have to keep using police as an excuse. Police is there to do policing. Police is not there to go and start asking questions in hospitals. It is the lawyers at the inquest finding the cause of death that should be asking the hospital, was the body cold before he got to the hospitals? This is what we should be getting. We should be getting lawyers.
But the IT guy, the police have to investigate it. It's a murder.
For Joseph Aloba, and we haven't seen these lawyers fighting for Mohbad.
IT guy, can I say something with regards to what you're saying? This thing is very simple. This is it. Baba's team, not Baba's team, Baba himself have come up with assumption to let public believe that what the police, Baba himself have made statement with regards to the police that they are not doing their job. If that's the case, this happens everywhere in the world, not just in Nigeria. If you believe the police are somehow or in any way or shape or form in some kind of conspiracy with Wunmi, and they are not giving us the proper evidence and they are not showing us what is exactly going on, that's when you come out with your own your legal team to poke holes into the loopholes, to fill the loopholes that the police have left behind. So if you believe the police are not doing their job, it's up to you and your legal team to come up with what the police is doing wrong. If you don't believe the police, yet you are not doing the proper findings, who is kidding who here? Because I don't get it. This case is one of the most simplest case in history. But people have tried and, they have come up with everything possible to make this difficult. It is not difficult.
I think what to buttress that really, what I find astounding is the fact that Mr. Joseph Aloba has the knack, the effrontery to go to radio stations, punch newspaper, to kind of inject poison into the work of the police by one of the example is that the police should have done forensics and all this kind of stuff. Why can he and his lawyers not petition the police? Why is he going to the press and playing cheap? If you believe that you are looking for justice for your son, and you believe that the police are not doing the right thing, and you have lawyers, you have $26,000 that is diminished to $6,000 to $8,000 today. You have all the money in Wema and Access. Until the public stop bankrolling you. You did not at any given time encourage your lawyers to petition the Nigerian police. Your lawyers can petition the police, but you did not do that. Instead, you will cower in the background and you will go to newspapers and be talking shit, and you will go to radio station and be shading and be talking nonsense that you expect the police to do forensics. Forensics for what? Is it because you have gone to the police and told them that you believe a crime is being committed against your family? Did you go to the police station to say a crime is being committed? Have you been to the police station with your lawyers to say a crime is being committed? So what do you want the police to do if you cannot write a petition for the police to do the phone forensics, Mr. Joseph Aloba? Don't hide behind the newspaper and go to your radio station and TV station and be making a mockery of yourself. Wake up today, get your lawyers together, go into the background, use your brain and start doing the right thing. When you wrote a petition and you said there's a petition that your son was embalmed, the petition is there, even if we believe that they bribed the police with crates and cases of wine. You need to go back in there with your lawyers. I want that petition addressed. Why was my son embalmed?
IT guy. I thought I heard that he said he already petitioned all that.
He needs to go back and carry on with the petition until it's addressed. Until it's addressed.
That IT guy, can't he say in the inquest that he's not satisfied with the police investigation?
Then let him go to the police and petition the police. He's not doing that.
IT guy, I want to say something. This is very simple. And I don't know why people are injecting their emotions so much into this. You know, like I say, I'm always a Wunmi supporter, but I'm not here to defend any murderer. If she's found to be liable for what happened to her husband, then let the Lord take it full course on her. But till then, I'm not going to stand by. I'm here till then. I will not stand by and watch you malign and abuse somebody without any shred of evidence. That's what most of us stand. Now, with regards to Baba, this thing is very simple. Even if the police are not listening to you, the coroner inquest is like a town hall meeting where all the people in the community are welcome. Not only people in wigs and capes are there. You have every right to seek justice, ask questions. So everything that Yomi comes on this platform and do is nonsense. If you can't get yourself, you are
There's one of the Jezebels of justice for Mohbad that calls herself God at work that is telling me to help Mr. Joseph Aloba to petition the police. Let me tell you, devil at work, wherever you are that you call yourself, you are a devil at work. If you believe that the system you rely on to give you justice are not doing the right thing, you will petition the system. Why? The public money that is in your Baba's Access Bank, your Baba's Wema account, and your Baba's Go Fraud Me is enough for the lawyers to petition the police to do the right thing. It was your Baba that went out there that believed his son is embalmed. Scientifically, there was no embalmment done, but Baba believed there's an embalmment. And he put out a petition. And if you put out a petition and it's not been addressed, get your lawyers to do the right thing. After I will block your ass now. You look like Karimo. I'm sure it's Karimo. I'm now blocking your ass. So,
Baba can swear come out and say, I put a petition on this embalmment.
Go to hell and go to blazes. Don't come back.
And even this embalmment thing was addressed. Mimi, it was addressed at the inquest when Darosha, or is it Darosha or Damola, one of them? Darosha was given his account of what happened. He said Baba was the one. They seek permission from Baba. Baba was seated there. And Baba did not counter him back. He said Baba was the one who gave them the go-ahead to put the salt on his chest. What are we talking about over here? I don't get this.
The inquest is there to help solve so many of these problems that we are struggling with.
Me, I'm not okay.
You see that sauce that they put on his chest, right? I don't believe that 18 months after we're still discussing. I mean, many of us
exactly.
At least most of us, I'll say all of us, as people went to primary, secondary, or whatever. How can putting a salt in a container on somebody's chest be embalmment? And we're still
no fluid being taken out.
People are still talking about embalmment. Something we just need to take them out of this conversation. Rotimi that is here, if he's going to speak now, Rotimi will talk about it. 18 months after.
When we find something, Mr. Joseph Aloba is going public, for Joseph Aloba to go public and actually class it as embalmment, for him to even go beyond that and put out a petition, why is he not attempting to see it through? That's my question. A very wicked lady. If you're listening to me, I'm trying to bring you up. I think it's your network. I'm going to attempt again. So whatever the case may be, is not me or is your network. So I'm going to try again.
Yeah, the IT. Good evening. Yes. Good afternoon.
Yeah. Thank you.
Let me begin from the word empowerment. I think if we should look at it holistically, and look at what it is, what they call it is local empowerment. Is what the father called it, and that is what.
No. Let's be customary. About it.
Yes.
Yeah, let's advise ourselves. Customarily, yes.
That's what I'm saying. Right?
Yes.
Because it is what they call it, and that is what it is.
Yes.
Local environment. The fact that cotton wools were placed in his nose is kind of suspicious.
Rotimi, sorry, 1 second, IT guy. Rotimi,
The hospital could have
There's nothing like local embalmment. Embalmment is embalmment. There is local preservation. What they did was they preserved him so that there won't be moisture and humidity. That is preservation.
But the right word to use the embalmment, right?
No,
call it preservation.
Embalmment. You need to read what embalmment.
That's a quack word to use. The quack word to use is embalmment.
They gave it to Baba on TikTok. They gave Baba that embalmment on TikTok. Now, escapade. If we are going to go by whatever Darosha said, if Baba was the one that gave them I'm not defending Joseph Aloba. Everybody knows I'm a neutral person. It's Mohbad I'm fighting for. I don't fucking care for every other person because they are all suspects to this guy buying.
Exactly.
So, I will say this because, one, if he was there, he wouldn't have said so in the open that he met his son already embalmed. Okay? That is one thing. Darosha is saying that because if he's the one that actually, I'm talking about common sense now. If he's the one that instructed them that embalm this guy, he wouldn't have come out to even talk about it. But that's, by the way, that is the least thing to even worry about. I look at their body language and what have you, and whatever they have been saying. If we narrate this story, we're talking about Wunmi should come out to speak. We drag Wunmi, we drag her a lot on this issue. And at the time, I took a break. I said, no, wait a minute. Let's assume that Wunmi has hand in her husband's death. The family of the husband are not doing everything to even expose this lady. Does it mean that they all join hands together to do this? Because that...
Continue.
Yeah, I think it's his network.
Yeah.
It must be his network. But whilst Rotimi is trying to get himself together, very wicked lady, welcome. Let's have you. Very wicked lady, are you there? Very wicked lady, are you there?
Blessing and Prime Boy. And Darosha said he called him too. Let's not even.
Let's pay quick attention to the comment section. Otumba is here. Otumba said, Josie said Mohbad's hair was shaved, and then there's been different narratives about the head being shaved. 1 minute it wasn't, and 1 minute it was.
Some people saying he was shaved. Some people saying he was not shaved.
Because I love to have Otumba.
Yeah, my own issue is not even that. Okay, from what Rotimi is saying that, okay, they said embalmment. Maybe that is the word Baba knows. My issue is that people like us, people that are educated, still 18 months after, still fighting. Why did they embalm him? Why did they embalm him? We should be the one.
Otumba says it's at work. Otumba, it's nice to have you.
We should be the one educating the man that this is not embalming.
Otumba, it's nice to have you. You're at work. Use the comment section. I will engage with you, but it's good to have.
What I'm trying to say is that the family of Mohbad themselves, the immediate family, they are not doing anything to get this young man justice. All they are doing, I think their eyes are more on the property of this man. They are not after what tied him. We, the public, are the one worried about what happened to this guy. We don't want it to happen to someone else, and so on and so forth. You know? Because if you look at the body language of the father from the beginning, he hurriedly buried this guy. There is the excuse is given, there are flimsy excuses. You suspected blood in the house. At that moment, what will be on your head as a father is to know why blood in this house, is to keep the body. You will do everything in your power to expose what you meant in that house. But rather, your motive after that...
Very quickly, whilst you were down and before you came up, Otumba obviously can't engage right now, he's at work. Anybody at all? Let's talk about this aspect of Mr. Joseph Aloba asserting at some point that Mohbad's hair was shaved. How do we get to the bottom of establishing whether the hair was shaved or not? Because 1 minute they said it was shaved, but then when they exhumed the body, they then found out the head wasn't shaved. So who said something about the shaving and who did not?
But what? IT guy.
If you want us to go through that route,
please.
No,
we're going everywhere. Let's go there.
Yeah, I understand with the IT. If we go about that, some of the things he said, we find it not to be true. Okay? And that's why I said that they are all suspects as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, that's the problem I have with Mr. Joseph Aloba is the fact that he is a pathological liar. Secondly, is the fact that he also lies to protect other people. But when he gets found out, he doesn't now come back to apologize. Lied about Blessing, the phone call, lied about Zomo not being where he can't tell us where Zomo was. Lied about what else did he lie about? What has he not even lied about is the problem. 16 months, 12 months later, you will now say, and now it's getting closer and closer. The rumors we have out there that is now saying he believes his son died on Monday. What is it that he will not lie about? He will lie about Blessing not being at the burial. She was there. He can lie about him not being there. He was there. And they will say 3 doors away. The people that are making excuses for him that is 3 doors away, and the people that knows that he was few meters away, it doesn't really matter. He's not supposed to be bloody there in the first place. And he just lies profusely. He just lies. And he tells a story, and he will tell the story. When he wants to tell a lie, he wears a sultana. And when he gets upset, he uses the Bible to curse. He uses the house of the Lord to curse people when things are not working for him. And now that the house of the Lord, when the house of the Lord has decided not to accept him using his own, the power of the Lord to desecrate the church, is now using his music. The music, his glory, that is now gotten back from the death of his son. A very shameful man. Your son died and you said you got your glory back. Carry on.
Hello. Okay, good evening, everybody. Good evening. I believe this platform is a neutral platform where you can say your mind and your own opinion. And here, I want to say my own opinion. First of all, I am going to give kudos to Yomi Fabeyi and Baba Mohbad. At least they have write one petition and the other. A big kudos to both of them. In fact, a big hug. And may God continue to bless them and strengthen them. So my question now goes to the Black Widow. See why? The wife of the deceased. Earlier in the beginning of this justice for Mohbad, Cynthia Aloba, the Black Widow Wunmi said, they have fined my nigger. Take your trophy. Who are those they? If truly there are some day, because if somebody can use a day, THEY, in your narrative and statement, that means you are aware that some people find your husband. She has never write any petition against those days till today, 18th month. She has never write any petition or even stand against anybody. After those days, she came out and said, it is the Malian's God. Have you write petition? As the wife of the deceased, what actions have you take? She never take any actions. That one aside. She now come up on her interview. She said, the nurse is out there going to party. Mimi, can you please mute your mic? Mute your mic, I beg. Very wicked lady in Solo. She now come out in one interview and she said, the nurse is out there going to the club.
Hold on.
Let me finish my question. Let me finish my question. Let me say my opinion. Let me finish.
Let me correct something, very wicked lady. Come on, calm down. Let me correct something. Now, this is a neutral platform, as a very wicked lady has asserted and as she stated. If it says Black Widow and you don't like it, drop yourself off. Otherwise, she says what she wants to say, tongue in cheek, whichever way you accept it. If she says Black Widow and you don't like it, drop yourself.
Okay, good.
Carry on, my lady.
So Wunmi now said in her interview, she said, the nurse was the one that caused the death of my husband, and she's there going to the club. She's enjoying her life, and I, the wife of Mohbad, I can't even enjoy my life. Why can't Wunmi petition the nurse? At least take a little bit of actions against the death of your husband. If you believe truly the nurse one that caused the crime of your husband, you did not write any petition. So my question to everybody that is supporting Wunmi, with due respect, can somebody please enlighten me? Why did Wunmi get herself a lawyer? Kilon fi lawyer she. Is she trying to defend herself that she is not the one that find Mohbad? She had already got a lawyer for herself even before anybody accused her. She now got that lawyer. She's now using that lawyer against the lawyer that is fighting for the death of the child for the death of her husband. She's now using that lawyer to against and attack the lawyer that was hired by the public to Baba and the family. Because the last time I checked, Sanchitu was the lawyer for the whole family, including Wunmi, including Mohbad, including Baba Mohbad, including Aloba. Why will you go and hire the lawyer that you are using that lawyer to come against? We have seen many places where the lawyer was making his submission on the interview. In fact, in the corona inquest, they have interviewed him many times. And it is obvious on his submission that he was very, very, very objective to justice for Mohbad. Why will Wunmi hire a lawyer? When you know, you are supposed to hire a lawyer to be focusing on, to be chasing those people that claim your husband, that Wunmi claimed in a certified Instagram story with her own interviewed. Why would Wunmi hire the lawyer for herself? Why? And she asked, somebody should please tell me, show me the evidence of one step that Wunmi has taken. So that is my question for now. I pen down my mic.
No. Let's be useful to ourselves. Everybody is entitled to their own opinion and everybody is welcome here. So you've been speaking, you speak. If you want to speak, request. If you're speaking, you respect what she's saying. I don't care what anybody misgivings are. If they say Black Widow, Google it and Google it. It doesn't matter. The bottom line at the end of the day is actually that people have their misgivings. People have their grievances. People have their reservations. Respect it She will speak the way she wants to speak. If you don't like it, just drop. We've entertained and accommodated everybody, and it means everybody. This is a socialite environment. We practice socialism. We are not scientists. We are not communists. We are not capitalists. We practice socialism. Everybody levels up. We are operating on the same level. So everybody, if you say white widow, green widow, fry widow, anything widow, let people just express themselves the way they feel. We are not going to a point of correction. This is not a prison. This is not a place where anyone has authority over anybody. No. So if someone says Black Widow and you don't like it, you can just drop yourself and come back another time. But we need to give the very wicked lady the opportunity to express herself the way she wants. Thank you.
Escapade, before you go, let me address our people. Guys, this is an open platform. I'm sorry that sometimes people have to say things we don't like. We just have to accept people for whom they are, ignore. That's why if you are an intellectual person, it doesn't mean you don't have to agree with anything someone has to say, but we can agree to disagree. We are not here with emotions. We are not going to fight anyone. And I believe Escapade is in the good mind, spirit, and shape to explore and answer these questions that have been asked. It's very simple. And I think Escapade would do justice.
Initially, I thought it, again, let me just say, IT guy, I mean, now, you know how the conversation was before now. And yes. I would like you to sort of notice how the conversation would go from now. So now, initially,
it will go the same way. I've always moderated my platform the same way. I want people to express themselves the way they will at home, the way they will on their platform, and as long as we are not fighting ourselves, other people's assertion based on how they see it needs to be respected.
Yeah, I mean, initially I was interested in responding, but I noticed that this same conversation we've had on Supreme platform, it didn't get anywhere, even in the face of real evidence. You know, all I'm just going to say is to all that she said, she should bring Wunmi's post where she used the word KILLED. All of these things, you know, these are the distractions that we're talking about. So that I don't speak too much.
Just what she said it now, they have fight the nigger.
Whoever wants to answer can answer. I'll just ignore.
I mean, for me, I'm for one thing. People will, it's literally sort of like I can go to any platform and just label Joseph Aloba the way I want to. If you are the host and you don't like it, you can drop me. But if that is the way I've always carried myself, maybe people get used to me and they just accept that this guy, whatever the case may be, he will mention something that you're not going to like, but that is his own way of addressing it. You see, the thing is, this Black Widow thing, we know that you need to have probably buyed about 3 husbands before you are classed Black Widow or whatever the case may be. It doesn't matter what a dictionary says about it, but sometimes in life, some people think we don't have to wait until you buy the 3rd husband before we call you a buyer. But that is not what we are here to do. We're not here to kind of engineer correctness. This is not an institution of correctness. This is not a prison yard. This is not a place where we come and be scientific about anything. Yeah? I see this as freestyle. As long as you haven't come in there to come and disrespect anybody. You see, your connotations and your assertion and your description of people, I mean, what do I call York Daddy? I call him Pork Daddy. So if I go to a platform and I call him Pork Daddy and you drop me, okay. But if you find me anyway, I will still call him Pork Daddy. You like it or you don't like it or he is still Pork Daddy. You understand?
But,
it's like light on.
Yeah,
light
we've
on.
moved
If I
on
go
from-
anywhere, I find light on, I will call him light off.
okay, I see, guy. Can I just ask? Can I ask very wicked lady something? Very wicked lady, are you there?
No, she's
So
there.
what's the
Say
community?
what you want to say. She's there.
Yes, ma'am. There.
Okay, very wicked lady. You know, you came on with a lot of passion, and I really listened to you because you sounded like you really, you're invested in what you believe in, which is very good. But I want to ask you one simple question. The way you feel now about Wunmi, it's clear that you don't. Okay. Is it that you think she spied her husband, or is it that you just feel she made some wrong moves? I just want to clarify that. Do you feel that she spied her husband? Is that why you're upset with her, or do you just feel that?
I feel she is among the conspiracy of what end Mohbad like. Because how can you as the deceased, as the wife of the deceased, you cannot petition anybody.
But wait, very wicked lady. Okay, that I just wanted before you answer. You know, you were saying that why did she not petition? Why did she not do this? Why did she not do that?
Taking no steps.
But you know, very wicked lady. How old was Wunmi when Mohbad died?
I don't care whatsoever.
No, wait now. I listen to you, and I just want us to get. I want us to sort of reason.
Let me answer. No, don't claim up because you can't answer my question. Let her engage.
Can I answer you? Can I answer you?
Don't answer me. This is my question. Don't answer me.
I shouldn't answer you.
But I've answered.